Hi guys, welcome back to This Boy podcast. This is episode 2.5. I'll explain about the dyeing tutorial in a moment. So thank you to everyone that's subscribed so far, and thanks for coming back to rewatch. And if you're new to the podcast, then hi, please subscribe. Okay, so my week so far, I've been on annual leave, which is good. And I've got some really nice weather for it, so I've been out enjoying the sunshine in the garden. So I'm David, I'm 36 years old, I'm from Dundee in Scotland, and I've lived here all my life. I have been with my partner for 16 years now, and we live together in this flat in Dundee. So that's enough about me. Just wanted to mention a funny story, well, sort of funny, that happened the other week. A colleague of mine and I were having lunch at work, and I spotted a bumblebee on the floor. I pointed it out to my colleague, and they decided it needed rescuing. We were sitting inside a cafeteria basically. It needed rescuing, so they tried to put it into this fake plant, I'm not sure why, out of the way because it was on the floor. And when we looked back, it had crawled out and fell on the floor again. So she went looking for it, found it, and we decided that she wanted to release it outside, and it would use some sugar water, give it a bit of energy. So she got it onto a napkin, and it's about a 5-minute trek in the hospital from the cafeteria out to the main doors and to somewhere that we could release this bee. So freaking out the whole way because it started buzzing, and she was worried she was going to get stung, and there was people giving us really weird looks. So we managed to get outside, and she had a spoon and popped some sugar on it and a bit of water, and was trying to get it to have a drink, but it was having none of it. It wasn't interested. So after a few minutes I decided, look, we'll just put the bee on the spoon and put it in the bush. So to understand, set the scene, there was a wall, I'm standing on one side, she's standing on the other, the bees in between us. So I picked up the spoon, turned round and slipped. Kind of flew down this hill, the bee went one way, my coffee went the other way, and I went straight down this muddy slope. Now it was lunchtime and I had to go back to work with mud all down one side. So that was fun, and I had a bit of a sore back after it, as you can imagine. So that was my funny story for the week. I shall jump into works in progress. So I've recently started learning to sew, YouTube and self-taught. So it will be a mixture of knitting and some fabric, and to tell you what I'm going to do with the fabric, mixture of project bags, etc. So works in progress, I'll start with my knitting. Not much progress since last week, but I'll let you see how far. Sorry for going out of camera, I'm just trying to reach. So this was the spearmint tee in the rusty ferret colourway, chimeric. I'll put it in the label below. So the main part of the body is finished, and it's now on to, it has a section of, not ribbing, but it has an alternate section. It has yarn over holes all the way along the spine of it basically. So I've started on that. It's stockinette stitch, so it's curling quite a lot. I've still not decided who is brave enough to wear this. I may take it back to Fluff, which is my local yarn store where Rusty Ferret's from, and put it on display, because I mean the colours are just epic. It's just finding the right person that would want to wear it. So I reckon that will be done by next week. You can see the yarn over starting there. So it's just a yarn over, it's 9 stitch repeat all the way along. And I'm knitting these on High Sharps interchangeables. I'm a huge interchangeable fan, and a huge circular fan in general. I found trying to go back to straight needles is very strange. It's the way to hold them. I feel like a child holding a giant spoon or something for the first time. It's just a very strange feeling. My socks in the other Rusty Ferret colour, we haven't made masses of progress, but I am ready for the heel, and that will be done, I'll say in 2 weeks time. There's a person in mind for these, and I think, it's not set in stone, but I think what I'll do is, I've got this kind of liquid silicone stuff that you put onto the sole of a sock, and makes it like non-slip when it sets. So I think that's going to be the plan for these ones. I'm also doing 2 at a time fingerless gloves, and shock horror, it's a Stephen West pattern. I'll put the name of the pattern below. But they're quite cute. Simple 2x2 ribbing, and it's a cable pattern up each one. So we'll see how that goes. I'm not in a massive rush for them because it's coming into, well, today has been really warm, so it's not really a day for gloves. Other works in progress. Alright, I'll show you this one in a moment. I want to talk about the pattern I'm writing for them. What you can't see off camera is just a mound of stuff that I'm showing today. Okay, I'm going to say that's all for works in progress knitting wise at the moment. It's not, but I shall say that if I find them I'll just mention them. So other works in progress and a mixture of finished objects are these new bags. So I think this one is so cute. A little peekaboo of pink underneath. Drawstring with some pretty cute grey stitched ribbon. And it's sort of, I call it little manga bunnies and foxes or skunks or something, but it's just the cutest fabric. So these will be going up in the shop. So that's, I would say this is a sock bag or very small shawl size. This is the larger one. This is up on the shop now. I showed a bit of this last week. It's just a nice large, I would say shawl bag. Stitched pockets at the front and a nice drawstring action. And then the zip one. I think that's the bags at the moment. I'm working on a large one. I quite like the, again, owls, shock on this. So I have bought this. Okay, I'm going to introduce you to someone because you'll be hearing them peeking and barking and grumping. So I would like to introduce you to Max. Hello Max. This is my cross collie, bearded collie crossed with Lhasa Apso, accidental cross. He is 3 and wanting to get on the ground, and he's shy. Oh, I don't believe that. He's not shy. So yeah, I just wanted to introduce you to, introduce you to Max, because he was a good boy, weren't you? You on camera shy? Oh, it's terrible. But he's just heard a neighbour's dog, so that's why he was grumping there. So Eric, I just wanted to say a big thank you for the really good mention you did for me on your podcast, and it seems like I've got quite a few interested subscribers and viewers from that, so thank you so much. You and I share the same colour preferences, greys and navies. I mean, I'm a big grey fan. And because of you, I went and got the field bag, the Fringe Association field bag, and I love it, love it, love it. And I can't find it. Give me a second. Okay, so Eric's reviewed this, sort of. Again, yeah, like Eric said, it was a lot of money, but I saw it at the Edinburgh Yarn Festival and I've wanted it since I saw Eric with it. If you guys want to see any more of this, just let me know and I'll happily do a quick review of it for you. But the plan is to come up with a similar bag, but with a few twists here and there in this gorgeous cotton linen grey fabric, and maybe name it something like Sticks Plus Twine, I don't know. But a little homage to Eric for being so kind. I've been out today and gone shopping, a bit fabric mad, so I'll just show you quickly, sorry about the rustling. I'll just show you quickly what I got and what I've got plans for. So this, I love. is going to be a project bag. I've not decided what kind, whether zip or pull string, probably zip, and I'd like to make it a large bag just because there's plenty of it. I just love the whole sewing and crafting side to it. You've got all the scissors, thimbles, the old sewing machines. It's lovely. And then this one as well. It's a gorgeous little Scotty dog print. Scotty's different by the shape. They have a longer nose than the Westie. Scotties are black, Westies are white. You do not get white Scotties and black Westies. There are different breeds of dog, but it's common to get them. But the shape of these are Scotty dogs, and I just love the beiges and the floral prints in them. So they again will be project bags. So I had the bright idea to renovate the headboard at Mum's to save buying a new one. So I've been out and I've bought some nice foam, and I had a vision in my head, and it was going to be strips of fabric all running down the way along the length of the board. The bedroom has grey in it, but she wants to incorporate some pinks or floral tones in it. So strips, so it'll be a grey, a floral, a grey and a floral. So these are the ones I bought. So that's the floral print, and that's the grey, and I just think that's such a lovely combination running along a headboard. So I'll let you know how that goes. I can't find a tutorial on it, so I'm going to have to kind of wing it. So that's it for fabric. So yeah, if you watched the dyeing tutorial, I said I would show you the finished skein of wool. Sorry for going off shot so much, it's very rude. It's here somewhere because I've just reskeined it. It's hiding. I was going to show you that in a second. So I've taken some pictures and I'll insert them somewhere to save you sitting looking at my computer instead of me. Sorry about this. This is so unprofessional. But I'm refusing to go and record this if I don't have to. Okay, I can't find it right now. We'll blame Max. He's probably run away with it somewhere. He's not. So what I'll do is a quick shop update just for the wool that I've dyed, and just give you a quick look and a talk through about inspirations. So this one is Mattel Madness. Mattel as in Barbie, because it's so pink. There are little flecks of green and purple, some browns, and it's just, I don't wear pink, but it was such a fun colour to play with. That is 100 grams of superwash merino 20% nylon. So yeah, 4-ply, so soft. This, I use the knit picks at the moment, but I do have more wool on the way from a different supplier, so stay tuned for that. So in my effort to come up with colourway themes and ideas and inspirations, I came up with the Wiz. So that's this one. So the green represents the Wicked Witch and the yellow is for the Yellow Brick Road. It's very complementary together, and would make a beautiful shawl or a stunning pair of socks. So that's the Wiz. Then we have Graffiti. Sorry, it's a bit loose. And this was just a bit of fun in the dye pot. It's got some white showing, but it's quite beautiful. And it's just a fun, funky, it's supposed to be graffiti and a bit of fruitiness in there. And it would just knit up beautifully. I would love to see that knit up. So this one, turns out I think it's going to be quite popular. And it was actually by accident. I showed you my hedgehog skinny single last week, and what I wanted to do was have a 2-colour shawl, so this would be 1 colour. The second colour I would dye it up and I would do a darkish grey and then splot blue over it, so a similar shade of blue to this. It didn't quite work out. But what happened was a really happy coincidence and a nice mistake. So I've called this Avalon Steel. So it's lovely mid-grey tones with just lots of varying shades of teal through it. and they complement one another so well. This is reskeined. I have been playing around with ball bands, trying to design my own. So this one is This Boy Knits, and then it talks about the wool. It has the colourway, then it talks about the wool. So as I said, it's 75% superwash merino and 25% nylon. And the last one, so these are all repeatable, so don't worry about that. And this one is Tales of the Riverbank. I think that's really bad, I can't remember. I just wanted to do one that I wouldn't normally do, like the pink. This was a lot of greens. Now, I am the biggest green fan, but after the chartreuse I used in the hand painted dye tutorial, I'm converted. I love that green. So the next attempt at the Tales of the Riverbank will probably include the chartreuse as well. So this one, it just has mid-greys, some deep tealy greens, there's a little splash of purple in there, but it's mostly bluey green and grey. So the grey for the gravel of the stones at the riverbank, green for the moss and the leaves, and the blue in there is the babbling brook that would be running by. So these can all be purchased on This Boy Knits. This Boy. I'll include the link below for the Etsy shop. I wish I could find the hand painted tutorial one because it's stunning. Just give me 1 second. Sorry about this. Clear the decks a little bit. I'm trying not to shake the camera too much. Okay, bear with me. I feel really bad actually going completely off camera, but it's really annoying me. I think I was showing someone. I found it. Ta-da! So this was the outcome of the hand dyeing tutorial, the hand painting tutorial. So the purples come out really nice, but that green is just wow. I haven't dyed green like this. I'm so pleased with it. During the tutorial I was pointing out that the purple seems to take up at a different rate. And I think my error was just adding a bit too much water to the dye, but that to me is erring on the side of caution because I've been dyeing up before and I've run out and had to make another batch like for the same hand painted skein, and the shades just don't turn out right. But there are a few white patches, but you know, it's beautiful. It is slightly like the Yarn Enabler's Hulk, but yeah, I like it. So what my plan for this one is if you've subscribed and leave a comment below, I will enter you in to a prize draw to win this skein of wool and a project bag. I'm not sure which one. If you have a preference from today's show, you can let me know, but it will be one of the smaller sized one for socks. But yeah, if you're lucky and if you want to enter, then feel free and this will be yours. So this is just to say thank you for everyone that's viewed so far. It's quite funny to look on the demographics that there's not that many in the UK, it's all on the other side of the pond. And it's just great, it's really touching, it really is. So I'll talk about some finished objects, haha. So a friend of mine and I are going on a camping trip down to Devon in June. But in a tent it can sometimes get a little bit cold, so I've made some bed socks, or camping socks as I'll call them. So they are toe up, 2 at a time. It's a German short row, toe and heel. And I kept them quite short because they probably have like pyjama bottoms or sweatpants tucked into them. So they are one pair of finished socks. Another pair are here. Again, rusty ferret colourway. I haven't woven in the ends yet, but they have been blocked. So this one is Neptune's Dream, again, 2 at a time. Now the heel on this is German short row, the toe I think it was just a standard toe, there wasn't anything special about that. But like Cozy Knitter, yeah, I haven't woven them in, but I won't be wearing them with the tails, unlike your husband. Each to their own. So yeah, I want to talk to you about what's in this bag. So I alluded last week that I write patterns. Now, I'm not published, I haven't sold any, but I still write them. I have written one for a cable blanket, gloves, a shawl, and a dog jumper. Now, there's only 4, but I enjoy writing them. And that's kind of what this podcast's about. I want to share what I love about everything wool and crafting and stuff, and share that with people. And if you guys want to watch and want to join in, great, please do. So, this is a pattern that will be going up at some point, and I'm only going to show you. I've got one done in another colour, which of course I don't have right now. But yeah, it's going to be a fingerless mitt, or a pair, and I'm doing this broken seed stitch pattern. So at the moment these ones they're my size, and I've got girl hands unfortunately. But the pattern can, it's easily adjusted for me to bump up the stitch count. But I quite like the black and white look. The other ones I've done are cream and green. And it's the green is jowl, and it's a gradient, so it goes from kind of mid jewel green tones to like a deep blue. It's quite pretty. I shall endeavour to remember to look them out for next week. So yeah, that's about it. I hope the hand dyeing tutorial was of interest. It was good fun to do. There are plenty other tutorials out there for dyeing. There's only a few really good ones on acid dyes, which is what I use. There's loads out there on Kool-Aid and food colouring dyes, but I don't really use them. I have done Kool-Aid before and it turned out really pretty, but it's not what I'm doing for selling. This is actually the Kool-Aid one here, another project bag. I'm sure it looked a lot better at the time. I mean, it doesn't look bad, but this was the shawl I was knitting it up in. It's quite a fun pattern, easy to remember. Needs a bit of blocking to sort out a few kinks, but you know, it was fine. It was a Christmas gift. It was a very thoughtful one because I was talking about starting to dye, and yeah, so that's the Kool-Aid one. But it's not something I would choose to dye with. So yeah, the Dyer's Notebook, Lara, amazing tutorials, and Hugh Loco, Nicole, top notch. Hat off to you. So I don't see any point, unless you guys really want to, of going and repeating what they've done. They've both done immersion dyeing in different types. I would quite like to do one maybe on layering, where you twist the skein in different ways and tie knots. Let me know what you think. And I think that's about it for today. I'm sorry about the toing and froing. I'm using a new camera setup. Last week was filmed on the phone, so at least I could see what I was doing. So I just hope I've stayed in frame for at least half of this. And yesterday, when we did the hand painting tutorial, it was the first time we'd really tried it. There was lots of background noise going on that we didn't want to get in, so it was lots of little takes. If you guys have any suggestions on how to improve it, it's basically, I put it together using iMovie on my Mac. It's not really something I know much about, video editing, so this will be going up the same. But yeah, that's all for now. Please like and subscribe, and remember to leave a comment below if you're interested in being included for the giveaway. I'm excited, it's my first one. Thank you, bye!